What are we doing today, guys? Well, for me, I'm refilming the intro and outro of this video, but we're going to do first day in pockets of the Vosteed Bellamy. Great little knife. I had it on the live feed last night. I showed it on the live feed. I shot, just to give you guys just full transparency, the video you're about to see, I shot a while ago, and for some reason the intro and outro would not convert over. They came out as corrupted files, so I had to reshoot this intro and outro. I don't know why. So hopefully we don't have any issues with that. But yeah, great little knife. Let's turn it around and take a look at it from above. But first, you guys turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. What are we looking at this morning? Well, today is the first day in carry. Got to grab my reading glasses, make sure everything's in focus. This is the first day in pocket for the Vosteed knives Bellamy. So Jared sent me this just a couple days ago. This is one of the first few knives that I wanted to get in my pocket. There's a Nightshade first impressions, first day in pocket video that's coming here real soon. Both of the knives are great. So what are we looking at here? Just first impressions. Like I say all the time, since I do know there's a lot of new subscribers to the channel. Sorry, I'm unplugging the cord. It's in the way. I do this as a blind review. So what happens is the knives get sent to me. I open the package. I look at the knives. I give them a quick first impressions. And then after a day or two of carry, I do a first day in pockets where I still haven't looked up anything, not looked up any specs, not looked up anything, and I basically just go through how the knife felt first day of carry. So there's that out of the way. So this knife, I've had it in my pocket since, so it's about 7 p.m. right now. I've had it in my pocket since about 6 last night. So, you know, I did sleep and everything, but I had it in my pocket a good bit yesterday afternoon and evening, and then all day today. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought at first when I saw this and I felt the weird, kind of like the curvature to it here, that I wasn't gonna like it. Guys, it's not as pronounced as some of the other knives that I've had that came like that, and it is nicely shaped. And now I'm not 100% sure what the grind is on this. If it's a hollow, it's a very shallow hollow. So we'll see when we do the full review, because I'll look up the specs. But you've got a back flipper, good action, drop shut. I checked the pivot. There is no play in that, pardon me, in that pivot. Nice coating on the blade. I'm not sure what the coating is. It looks to me, it could be a PVD coating of some sorts, because it is scratched a little. DLC is a lot harder to scratch, but it is an M390 steel. You do have a front flipper option as well. I like when knives give me an option: a front flipper, back flipper. Let's do it in that order: front flipper, back flipper. It's a lot better for me. I don't like front flippers as much. If you give me an option, even if it's a thumb stud, on this one, they could have gotten away without doing that, because my other option is that fuller. You can actually reverse flick off of that fuller. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to, because it is kind of a thin, shallow fuller, but the action on it is so nice and smooth that you can just get in on it and flick it. Nice blade shape, clip point blade, Bowie-esque. Nice fuller. I know some people disagree with me. I am a fan of fullers that go the full length all the way and then just terminate, because it gives you more facets and more pop, in my opinion. So you have that, you just wind up with multiple facets. You have the flat facets, you have the fuller, then you have the swedge, and the swedge is intersected, so you get an extra here. And so, like a diamond, more facets, more shine, more pop. And I dig it. Like, knives are tools, but I do like some aesthetics. Handle on this, really cool. I'm pretty sure that's linear carbon fiber. Linear carbon fiber. And the reason I say that, it's really light, and it has that definite look of a carbon fiber where it's got the polish and the lines and stuff like that. Just now noticing, didn't even realize it. I've been carrying it all day. It's got hidden liners, which I'm a fan of. I like hidden liners, and I also, well, hey, look at that. There's a knife here that has exactly what I'm talking about. I like either the recessed scales, where you have the liner that shows all the way around, or nothing at all. I'll take the ones that are flush up, but I really do like the way it looks when the liners are completely hidden except in just like one or two spots. So guys, hang on just a second. Garbage truck's coming and we'll finish this up in a minute. I also realized I had set up my lights but not turned them on. They were here, but they just weren't on. So yeah, like I was saying, nice looking carbon fiber on that. I'm 99% sure that's carbon fiber, just by the way it feels, the linear look to it and everything. You got a reversible pocket clip, and it's a deep carry pocket clip. And I'm going to tell you right now, it has not really, oh, that's my fault. Has not really bothered me. Yeah, I can feel it. It is definitely there. It's a little intrusive, but it's not hot. It's one of those pocket clips like, I don't like it, but it's not horrible. It's not in a position. And the only reason is because they put it in a position where it just so happens it's not really hot spotty in my hand. In hand, super comfortable. Depending on how you grip it, where you can get way up on it. I will say that weird curvature that it kind of has, that I'm not such a fan of, actually does let you get way up in on it in a comfortable position. It just feels like you have more access to the spine for heavy cutting. It does cut pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. It came from Jared Sharp. I think that's still the factory edge. So yeah, I'm looking at it here. Factory edge on that. So factory edge on this is really good. So no complaints there. Obviously Jared didn't have to touch it up. I've done some cutting with it, not heavy duty cutting, but a little bit of cutting here today. It did just a kitchen task. I used this like a paring knife in the kitchen. Not super thin. So if you're cutting potatoes and onions and stuff like that, it has a tendency to want to like bind up or break the thing. That's a good judge, guys. That's a good way to judge blade stock thickness and blade geometry, is do some kitchen tasks with it. Because while this might really feel cool out in the garage and everything, there are some tasks that require some finer duty cutting and thinner blade profile, and something like this where it comes down really thin and really broad. When you cut an apple, that's a good judge of your edge and blade geometry. If the apple starts to break as you're cutting through it, as you're cutting through, if you can see the apple, instead of slicing off smoothly, it starts to break as it makes its transition, then you've got kind of a thick blade geometry. Is that a showstopper? No, as long as it cuts well. And there's a Goldilocks zone where it's not super thin, but it will still cut really well and slice really well. So usually that's around 0.03 for me. Like anything more than about 0.035, 0.04, it's getting a little thick. I prefer to have like a 0.0201 ish, because they slice really well at that. This seems to cut really well. It feels fairly thin behind the edge, so we'll see. It could be, like I said, a light hollow. The action on this, back to the action on it's amazing, and there is no like rattle, except there's a stop pin in here that rattles. Now there is a little bit of, I will tell you in full transparency, there's a little bit of a gap around the pivot, so when it's here, you can actually hear yourself move that pivot back and forth. There's a little slop, but it's not affecting it. At the lock position, nice and tight. In the closed position, the only rattle you get is a little bit of rattle from the stop pin. Jared told me after I did the original unboxing that he's like, if you just put a little drop of grease on that stop pin, it'll hold it in place. It doesn't bother me. I was just mentioning it, that you can hear that little bit of a rattle from the stop pin. Lanyard hole, it does have a lanyard hole in it. If you're a guy that likes lanyards, you can throw a lanyard in it. It is not covered. I'm not going to stop. I know the garbage truck is out there. I'll see if I can edit it out. It never fails. No matter what I try, something's going to happen. The garbage is supposed to go in the morning, and it is late in the evening, and the garbage truck is just now coming to pick up our trash. So what I was saying is, got a big lanyard hole, so you can put a lanyard in it, but it's not enclosed, so there's a chance you're going to get your lanyard into your blade and cut it. That happened with my Chris Reeve Sebenza. I've seen it happen to a couple other people's knives. I much prefer having a backspacer with an area cut out so that you can, basically put it in and not have it be a big hole in the blade. Artisan Cutlery and CJRB have done something similar where they've got a pin, a lot like Chris Reeves Benza. A lot of other knives are putting it in the back spacer. I dig that. If you like lanyards, that's fine. You can put a lanyard. I personally don't like the aesthetic of making a big hole in the knife. If you are lefty, this has got a reversible pocket clip. Nice flat spot for your pocket clip. This pocket clip, I'm going to tell you, a lot of these pocket clips that have this split right here, they are a little bit wiggly. This one is as well, but it's not as bad. And I think it's because they made sure that they had a nice area, a nice flat area to secure that down and make sure it was tight. And like I said, pocket clip in hand. Sorry guys, allergies have been bad this summer and spring. Even though that pocket clip is really tall and it's very pronounced, you can absolutely feel that there. It's not a hot spot, so it's just in a good position for me for that to be something where, okay, do I like it? Not really. Is it a showstopper? Not really. It's not uncomfortable. It's pretty well done. And then, like I said, all the other bells and whistles, that action is amazing. The nightshade as well, completely drop shot. That is guillotine drop shot. And I want you guys to keep in mind, this is a relatively light blade. That's not getting any assistance from the weight of that blade. It is a very light knife in hand, very light blade because it's not real thick blade stock to begin with. And then it's ground down pretty thin. So it does kind of feel like a hollow, but like I said, at first blush, I can't really tell if it's a hollow, and if it is, it's a very shallow one. So you've not got a lot of weight on that blade for it to be helping it out that way. So I really do like this knife a lot. I'm glad Jared sent it. I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't looked up price or anything yet, but I would say it's probably not that much because when I did the nightshade video the other day, because I had carried it, I was doing some research before I filmed, and I think that it was like $129. So I imagine this is in that same price category. I don't know though, because if that is carbon fiber handles, might be a little bit higher price point. But that's a really good, solid knife. And if you're looking at something that's in that price point, please don't tell me if it is, because I'm going to do the full review. It's one of those things that, like, at that price point, you're getting a lot. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck. This is a really well designed and really well made knife. And it's striking. I wish it was a little straighter because it still does throw me off with that curvature in it, but it's not a showstopper to have it be that kind of upswept blade like that. So, all right, guys, that's about it I got on this one. Let's turn around, do some final thoughts, and I'll send you out about your day. So, like I said, this intro and outro I shot well after the main body of the video, but I will tell you that all the things I say so far are still holding up. I went back and I watched the segment that I had filmed. It's a great little knife. We're coming up on time for me to do the full review of it, so it's going to seem kind of back to back, but just know it's because I had filmed this, kind of forgot about it, pulled out the footage and realized it wasn't going to render. Yeah, great little knife. Guys, that's about it on this one. I hate refilming stuff because I always feel out of sorts because I feel as though I may have missed something or misspoke about something, or my opinions may have changed a little bit. But so at any rate, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. But try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, though, make sure you have notifications turned on your device or you will not get notified of the 2 videos I put up daily, plus the sometimes midday short. If you want to support the channel financially, however, there's a handful of ways down below. I have a membership that gets you in on tier-based benefits. Pick the tier that works best for you. And just go with that. Just always remember that everyone has access to my Gilded Server and everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service. Other ways you can do it, I have affiliate links down below, Blade HQ being the one I would prefer you guys start using because pretty much any of the knives you're gonna hear and see on the channel, you can probably find at Blade HQ. They don't charge you anything extra at checkout. I just get a little bit of portion of it for having brought those items to you. There's a bunch of other ones down below, knives, sharpening stones, recommended gear, things like that. And the final way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Coat. And I've set up a coupon code that works anywhere on Ember Shirt Coat. That coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. And if you send me a picture of you wearing my shirts, I will put them in the videos. Guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video. And I'm not doing the spinny chair thing because I forgot there's a table behind this green screen. and hit my knee yesterday.